Welcome to EPG Pathshala. Myself Dinesh Ranjan Pradhan, working as Scientist B at INFONET Center. Today we'll discuss about the Model Library Consortium, UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium under the paper Information Communication and Technology. Objective of this model is to discuss about the history of UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium, to discuss about the components of the consortium, to discuss about the aim and objectives of the consortium, what are the benefits of the consortium and the coverage of the consortium. We'll also discuss about the how the consortium operates and who are the members of the consortium and what is the access mechanism for the e-resources available under the consortium. We'll also discuss about the how the economics of the consortium works and how it is computed. Introduction. The emergence of the new mode of faster and easy availability of global resources, libraries felt much pressure to subscribe large number of resources, and this has resulted in creation of the consortium based subscription. In this regard, the UGC has created two initiatives, two ambitious programs to bridge the digital divide in university sectors in India by providing access to scholarly electronic journals irrespective of their geographical location. The first initiative is UGC-INFONET connectivity program that provides network connectivity throughout the campus of the universities with state-of-the-art campus-wide networks and internet bandwidth. The second initiative is called UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium, which is meant for providing access to selected scholarly electronic journals and databases in different disciplines. The UGC has given the responsibility of execution and monitoring of this program to INFONET Center. The UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium, a major initiative of University Grants Commission, has formally launched by Honorable Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the President of India at that time, in December 2003. The program started soon after the internet connectivity was provided to the universities through the UGC-INFONET connectivity program during the year 2003. It is a national initiative for providing access to scholarly electronic resources, including full text and bibliographic databases in all subject disciplines. It facilitates access to high quality e-resources to academics in country to improve teaching, learning and research. Access to more than 4,000 scholarly journals was enabled when the program started from January 1st, 2004. The UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium has a prerequisite of internet connectivity for delivery of scholarly content that is subscribed under the program. To fulfill this need of the program, the UGC-INFONET connectivity program was launched. Through this program, the UGC facilitates modernization of university campuses with state-of-the-art campus-wide network. The scheme was inaugurated by the then Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, with the commencement of UGC Golden Jubilee celebrations on 25th December 2002. The UGC has signed an MOU with the Education Research and Network, that is UNNET India, in April 2002 for providing internet connectivity to all universities that are covered under 12B section of the UGC Act. The UGC-INFONET connectivity program. In this program, the INFONET Center acts as a coordinating agency for monitoring the network and internet bandwidth provided to the universities. It also liaisons between ISP and universities. The UGC has constituted a central connectivity and monitoring committee known as CCMC for monitoring the activities of UGC-INFONET connectivity program. The network was switched to BSNL backbone with upgraded network infrastructure to 10 Mbps from the earlier available 2 Mbps network. With the launch of the National Knowledge Network, the program has now been withdrawn and all the universities are migrating to NKN connectivity or through the NME ICT project. Current status of UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium. The UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium provides access to archival access to more than 8,500 core and peer-reviewed electronic journals from various university presses, scholarly societies, commercial publishers, and aggregators. It also provides access to 11 bibliographic databases. There are currently more than 200 universities and 14 national law schools or universities included, and 5 IUCs of the UGC that are provided differential access to subscribed e-resources. More than 204 private universities and other institutions have also joined the program through the associate membership program, where the members get the access to e-resources by paying the access fees themselves. The consortium subscribed to full-text journals from 20 publishers. The consortium also purchased the back files of some publishers for selected universities, which provides the archival access from volume 1 and issue 1 onwards for many journals. The full-text journals that are covered under the UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium from American Chemical Society, American Institute of Physics, American Physical Society, Annual Reviews, Pyle Blackwell Publishing, Cambridge University Press, Science Direct, Economic and Political Weekly, Emerald Publishing, Institute of Physics, JSTOR, Nature, Oxford University Press, Portland Press, Project Euclid, Project Muse, Royal Society of Chemistry, Siam, Springer Link, and Taylor and Francis. It also provides the access to bibliographic databases like MathSciNet, ISID database, SciFinder Scholar or Chemical Abstract Service, and 6 databases from Royal Society of Chemistry, Web of Science, and legal databases like N Online, Manupatra, and Westlaw India. It also subscribed to JCCC, which is known for searching the bibliographic information of all the resources subscribed under the consortium, and also facilitate article delivery through interlibrary loan facility. Aims and objectives of UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium. The major aim of UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium is to provide access of high-quality scholarly electronic resources to large number of academic institutions, including universities and colleges. Aims and objectives of UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium. The major aims of UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium is to provide access to high-quality and scholarly electronic resources to large number of universities and colleges at substantial lower rates of subscription and at most favorable terms and conditions, to promote rapid and efficient access of scholarly content to users and create and promote use of ICT in teaching and learning environment, to extend the benefit of consortium to its associate members including private universities and colleges, to impart training to the users, librarians, research scholars, and faculty members of the institutions in use of electronic resources with an aim to optimize the usage. To promote use of electronic resources with gradual decrease in print subscription, to promote interaction and interlibrary cooperation among participating university, to evaluate the usage of the e-resources subscribed to the universities and identify new resources that are required to be subscribed under the program, to bring qualitative change in teaching, learning and research with an aim to meet the ever-growing challenges of globalization of higher education, and to increase the research productivity of the institutions both in terms of quality, quantity of publications. Benefits of UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium. The UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium acts as a single window service for large number of universities with their diverse research and academic interest. It attracts a highly discounted rates of subscription with most favorable terms and terms of agreement for a wider range of resources. It also provides immediate access to material previously not subscribed in terms of back files. It also improves the existing library services and reduce the subscription cost. It also helps in to improve the research productivity of the beneficiary institutions. Sharing of both print and electronic resources among participating libraries through JGate custom contents for consortia, that is JCCC, associate membership program for private universities, cap on increase in price ranging from 5% to 8%, The consortium is offered better terms of agreement for use, archival access, and preservation of subscribed electronic resources, less pressures on space requirement for storing and managing print-based library resources and associated services. Subject coverage. The consortium almost covers most of the subject that is taught in universities and colleges, which includes arts, humanities, and social sciences, physical and chemical sciences, life sciences, computer sciences, mathematics, and statistics. Operation of UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium. The UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium is being operated by INFONET Center under the overall guidance of National Steering Committee that guides and steers the activities of the consortium. The National Steering Committee is responsible for operational aspects of the consortium. The committee decides on e-resources to be subscribed from various publishers, numbers and names of the beneficiary investees. The National Steering Committee is constituted by the UGC with representatives from various stakeholders for the consortium, like the nominees from state universities, central universities, IUCs, IITs, and other consortiums. The negotiation committee is constituted by the governing board of the INFONET as per the purchase rules of the center for negotiating rates of subscription to e-resources based on the recommendation of the National Steering Committee. Member institutions. The UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium provides access to e-resources to basically two groups of member institutions, that is core members and associate members. Core members. The core members are the members for which the subscription to e-resources has been made by the INFONET Center, and the subscription fees is wholly funded by the UGC. All universities covered under the Section 12B of UGC Act 1956 are eligible to get access to e-resources through UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium. The consortium also includes Central University, National Law Schools or universities, and inter-university centers of UGC. The deemed universities that are funded by UGC are also the core members of the UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium. Associate members. The associate membership of the UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium provides subscription to e-resources to private universities and other academic institutions at highly discounted rates of subscription and better terms and conditions for subscription. Under the program, private universities and other institutions are enrolled as associate member of the consortium, and they subscribe to the resources of their choices through the consortium. The rates of subscription for all these associate members are same as applicable to the universities covered under 12B Act of UGC. Selection of e-resources. The e-resources subscribed under the consortium are selected keeping in view of diversity of academic programs offered by various universities. All e-resources were evaluated for their qualitative and quantitative contents, their coverage, their availability in different platforms, and their comparative advantages and disadvantages, and also the rates applicable for those resources to individual institutions as well as to other consortium. The electronic resources proposed for consortia-based subscription were selected based on few major criteria, like resources from scholarly society, university presses, and not-for-profit projects were preferred over commercial publishers. Well-established and multidisciplinary resources with broad coverage were preferred over highly specialized resources targeted for specialists. Electronic resources already on subscription in beneficiary universities were preferred over those which are not being used in any other. Resources that are very important but highly cost intensive were preferred over those which are less important or less used but are of low cost. Selections were made on usage or suitability of e-resources to universities. Access mechanism. All electronic resources that are subscribed to UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium are made accessible from publishers' website. The access to electronic resources is IP enabled for member universities. So users does not require a login ID and password to access these resources available to his or her university inside the campus. Access to all electronic resources subscribed through the consortium can be provided to individual users, including students, researchers, staff, faculty, members from the institutions or universities outside the campus of the universities through proxy servers. The InfoNet Center is also working on implementation of Shibboleth, which is world's most widely deployed federated identity solutions, connecting users to applicable both within and between organizations and available as open source software. Shibboleth is an open source project that provides single sign-on capabilities and allows sites to make informed authorization decisions for individual access for protected online resources in a privacy-preserving manner. Major terms of negotiation. The major terms of negotiation of UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium are like coverage of the collection. That means the total number of journals that are available through the resources, or the number of records in case of databases are taken into account while making the negotiations. The journals offered. The total number of journals offered in the proposal as per to what is the actual number of titles available through the publisher is also taken into account. Number of simultaneous users. While negotiating, the consortium has taken into account that there should be no limit on number of simultaneous users to any of the resources subscribed by the consortium. Any number of users can access the resources, including e-journals, bibliographic databases, at a given time. Walk-in users. Walk-in users who are physically present at the subscribing university should also be allowed to use the resources. Print independent subscription. The consortium subscribe to resources based on the terms that they should be print independent, so that the beneficiary university can drop their subscription of print journals to those that is available to them through the consortium. Terms of interlibrary loan. The consortium licensee is allowed to fulfill interlibrary loans requests from non-authorized users using print copy of the article downloaded from the licensor website. Open access policy. The consortium also checks the policy regarding permitting self-archiving of articles by authors through their respective institutional repositories. Usage statistics. Publishers are required to submit the usage statistics in counter-compliant format on number of downloads both in full text and abstract in a given month and previous month and cumulative for 1 year. Inclusion of additional title. The publisher would provide access to new titles that are added during the contract period at no additional cost. Electronic links. Publisher may provide electronic links to the licensed material from licensee's web page at journal level or at the article level, and publishers should provide help in doing so. Perpetual access and archival rights. In case of termination of the agreement or on the expiry of the agreement, publisher would extend perpetual access to e-resources for the paid for period along with their back files offered during the subscription period. Awareness and training program. The publisher or their representatives should conduct user awareness program at various campuses of the member universities at no charge to the universities. The publisher may also provide a sufficient amount of publicity materials like CD, DVD and pamphlets in print format. E-print archive. Member universities should also be allowed to download bibliographic records, abstracts and full text articles published by their faculty, researchers, students and staff members from the publisher website and import them into their local databases and institutional repositories. Arbitration is also taken into consideration while making negotiations. All disputes arising under an agreement should be settled under the rules of the International Arbitration Court by one or more arbitrators in accordance with the said rules. The place of arbitration shall be New Delhi and carried out in the English language. Now let us go to the economics of UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium. The UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium maintains the usage of e-journals and databases. It uses the counter-compliant usage data It is harvested using the standardized usage statistics harvesting initiatives, that is the SUSI protocol. The INFONET has created InfoStats for monitoring the usage statistics of universities. The INFONET Center also calculates the economics of UGC-INFONET through the cost-benefit analysis and cost avoidance analysis. The cost-benefit analysis is the cost recovery and average cost of article per download can be used effectively to judge the cost effectiveness of e-resources. These two factors reflect the intensity and frequency of usage of e-resources by member institutions in a consortium. The cost recovery is calculated by multiplying number of articles downloaded with the cost of single articles. It is purchased directly from the publishers in pay-per-view model or brought through ILL from different document delivery service. Cost avoidance. Saving under UGC-INFONET is calculated in terms of difference between cost paid by the consortium for member institutions and cost payable by individual universities in case they subscribe the same resources on their own. Conclusion. In conclusion, the UGC-INFONET Digital Library Consortium has bridged the scholarly information divide in higher education system. It has triggered a strong research and academic culture in the universities. It has created a new research trend of electronic access to scholarly information among academic community. It has made qualitative difference on research, learning, scholarly and R&D activities in the universities. It has also created increase in research output of the university in terms of production of articles, journal articles, increase in productivity of scientific research output both in quality and quantitatively. Thank you.